Welcome. What is a toilet paper? How it is made? Toilet paper, sometimes called toilet roll or toilet tissue in Britain, is a tissue paper product primarily used to clean the anus and surrounding area of feces after defecation, and to clean the vulva and perineum of urine after urination or other bodily fluid releases. It also acts as a layer of protection for the hands during these processes. It is usually supplied as a long strip of perforated paper wrapped around a paperboard core for storage in a dispenser near a toilet. Most modern toilet paper in the developed world is designed to decompose in septic tanks, whereas some other bathroom and facial tissues are not. Toilet paper comes in various numbers of plies, from 1 to 6 ply, with more back-to-back plies providing greater strength and absorbency. The use of paper for hygiene has been recorded in China in the 6th century AD, with specifically manufactured toilet paper being mass-produced in the 14th century. Modern commercial toilet paper originated in the 19th century, with a patent for roll-based dispensers being made in 1883. Although paper had been known as a wrapping and padding material in China since the 2nd century BC, the first documented use of toilet paper in human history dates back to the 6th century AD. In early medieval China, in 589 AD, the scholar official Yan Zichui wrote about the use of toilet paper, paper on which there are quotations or commentaries from the 5 classics or the names of sages. I dare not use for toilet purposes. During the later Tang dynasty, an Arab traveler to China in the year 851 AD remarked, "They do not wash themselves with water when they have done their necessities, but they only wipe themselves with paper." During the early 14th century, it was recorded that in what is now Zhejiang province alone, 10 million packages of 1,000 to 10,000 sheets of toilet paper were manufactured annually. During the Ming dynasty, it was recorded in 1393 that an annual supply of 720,000 sheets of toilet paper were produced for the general use of the imperial court at the capital of Nanjing. From the records of the Imperial Bureau of Supplies of that same year, it was also recorded that for the Hongwu Emperor's imperial family alone, there were 15,000 sheets of special soft fabric toilet paper made, and each sheet of toilet paper was perfumed. Elsewhere, wealthy people wiped themselves with wool, lace, or hemp, while less wealthy people used their hand when defecating into rivers, or cleaned themselves with various materials such as rags, wood shavings, leaves, grass, hay, stones, sand, moss, water, snow, ferns, plant husks, fruit skins, seashells, or corn cobs. Depending upon the country and weather conditions or social customs. In ancient Rome, a sponge on a stick was commonly used, and, after use, placed back in a pail of vinegar. Several Talmudic sources indicating ancient Jewish practice refer to the use of small pebbles, often carried in a special bag, and also to the use of dry grass and of the smooth edges of broken pottery jugs. These are all cited in the classic biblical and Talmudic medicine by the German physician Julius Prus. The rise of publishing by the 18th century led to the use of newspapers and cheap editions of popular books for cleansing. Lord Chesterfield, in a letter to his son in 1747, told of a man who purchased a common edition of Horace, of which he tore off gradually a couple of pages, carried them with him to that necessary place, read them first, and then sent them down as a sacrifice to Cloacina. Thus was so much time fairly gained. In many parts of the world, especially where toilet paper or the necessary plumbing for disposal may be unavailable or unaffordable, toilet paper is not used. Also, in many parts of the world, people consider using water a much cleaner and more sanitary practice than using paper. Cleansing is then performed with other methods or materials, such as water, for example using a bidet, a loda, rags, sand, leaves, corn cobs, animal furs, sticks or hands. Afterwards, Hands are washed with water and possibly soap. Joseph Gaiety is widely credited with being the inventor of modern commercially available toilet paper in the United States. Gaiety's paper, first introduced in 1857, was available as late as the 1920s. Gaiety's medicated paper was sold in packages of flat sheets, watermarked with the inventor's name. Original advertisements for the product used the tagline, "The greatest necessity of the age." Gaiety's medicated paper for the water closet. Seth Wheeler of Albany, New York, obtained the earliest United States patents for toilet paper and dispensers, the types of which eventually were in common use in that country. In 1883, the manufacturing of this product had a long period of refinement, considering that as late as the 1930s, a selling point of the Northern Tissue Company was that their toilet paper was splinter-free. Moist toilet paper, called wet wipes, was first introduced in the United Kingdom by Anne Rex in the 1990s. It has been promoted as being a better method of cleaning than dry toilet paper after defecation, and may be useful for women during menstruation. It was promoted as a flushable product, but it has been implicated in the creation of fatbergs. By 2016, some municipalities had begun education campaigns advising people not to flush used wet wipes. More than 7 billion rolls of toilet paper are sold yearly in the U.S. Americans use an average of 23.6 rolls per capita per year. Description: toilet paper is available in several types of paper, a variety of patterns, decorations, and textures, and it may be moistened or perfumed. Although fragrances sometimes cause problems for users who are allergic to perfumes. The average measures of a modern roll of toilet paper is c. 10 centimeters wide and 12 centimeters in diameter, and weighs about 227 grams. An alternative method of packing the sheets uses interleaved sheets in boxes, or in bulk for use in dispensers. Hard, single-ply paper has been used as well as soft multi-ply. Materials: toilet paper products vary greatly in the distinguishing technical factors, such as size, weight, roughness, softness, chemical residues, finger breakthrough, resistance, water absorption, etc. The larger companies have very detailed, scientific market surveys to determine which marketing sectors require or demand which of the many technical qualities. Modern toilet paper may have a light coating of aloe or lotion or wax worked into the paper to reduce roughness. Quality is usually determined by the number of plies, coarseness, and durability. Low-grade institutional toilet paper is typically of the lowest grade of paper, has only 1 or 2 plies, is very coarse, and sometimes contains small amounts of embedded unbleached/unpulped paper. Mid-grade 2-ply is somewhat textured to provide some softness and is somewhat stronger. Premium toilet paper may have lotion and wax and has 2 to 4 plies of very finely pulped paper. If it is marketed as luxury, it may be quilted or rippled, perfumed, colored, or patterned, medicated, or treated with aloe or other perfumes. In order to advance decomposition of the paper in septic tanks or drainage, the paper used has shorter fibers than facial tissue or writing paper. The manufacturer tries to reach an optimal balance between rapid decomposition and sturdiness. Compaction of toilet paper in drain lines, such as in a clog, prevents fiber dispersion and largely halts the breakdown process. Dispensers. A toilet roll holder, also known as a toilet paper dispenser, is an item that holds a roll of toilet paper. There are at least 7 types of holders. A horizontal piece of wire mounted on a hinge, hanging from a door or wall. A horizontal axle recessed in the wall. A vertical axle recessed in the wall. A horizontal axle mounted on a freestanding frame. A freestanding vertical pole on a base. A wall-mounted dispensing unit, usually containing more than one roll. This is used in the commercial/away-from-home marketplace. A wall-mounted dispensing unit with tissue interfolded in a S-type sleeve, so the user can extract the tissue one sheet at a time. Some commercial or institutional toilet paper is wrapped around a cylinder to many times the thickness of a standard toilet paper roll. Environmental considerations. Further information. Environmental impact of paper. One tree produces about 200 rolls of toilet paper and about 83 million rolls are produced per day. Global toilet paper production consumes 27,000 trees daily. More than 7 billion rolls of toilet paper are sold yearly in the United States alone. Americans use an average of 23.6 rolls per capita a year. The average American uses 50 pounds of tissue paper per year, which is 50% more than the average of other Western countries or Japan. The higher use in the United States may be explained by the fact that other countries' people use bidets or spray hoses to clean themselves. Millions of trees are harvested in North and South America, leaving ecological footprint concerns. Citizens of many Western countries sometimes use toilet paper for industrial purposes, such as oil filters, which may distort the use statistics. As of 2009, between 22% and 48% of the toilet paper used in the United States comes from tree farms in the US and South America, with the rest mostly coming from old, second-growth forests, and some from virgin forests. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.